So, Bob, you spoke to Chen before he boarded that flight. Give me an idea of what that conversation was like, how you were able to get he and his family off so quickly.
Well, it's really an answer of prayer, and I think it proves the international pressure with the constructive diplomatic dialogue did produce results. And the Congress, had 2 hearings in 10 days, only for Chen Guangchen and his plight in China. I think all things work together. That has been happening. And I talked with him for 6 times before he boarded his flight today. He sounded very upbeat, and although I can tell he's very concerned about his other extended family members that he will leave behind, who are facing some real serious retribution by the local authorities.
What are his fears specifically about what kind of retribution those family members, extended family members, one specifically a nephew left behind, might possibly face?
That's right. His nephew, Chen Guangchen, had been charged with a trumped-up charge called intentional homicide for simply exercising self-defense when he was at his own home and experiencing tremendous beating and torture, both for him and his parents, by the local authorities. When the local authorities found Chen escaped out of his home, and now he's facing a possible death penalty if the conviction was built up. And his sister-in-law is also accused of harboring criminal in her home, and basically is also facing a criminal charge as well.
So, Bob, did Chen have a feeling, did his family have a feeling that at any moment they would be, taken to the airport? Were the bags packed? Who gave him the word that it was time to go to the airport? How was he even taken through the airport? It's a sizable, very sophisticated airport there in Beijing. How did he get through the airport without incident and boarding a flight?
Well, yeah, this is one of the most efficient operations by a communist government. At around 9 o'clock when I called him, he was still saying no passport, no visa, didn't know today or tomorrow or next 10 days. And then at 10 o'clock, he said, I received a phone call from the government and asked us to pack. At around 11 o'clock, and the government car is already taking him and his family on the way to the Beijing International Airport. And they still did not have their passports or visa in their hands until an hour or 2 hours later when they got to the airport, and they were put in a secure location, waiting over there, still do not have the passports in their hands. And really only an hour or so before they boarded their airplane, they were given their travel documents. And I spoke to him 15 minutes before they boarded their flight. And he finally said, we're ready to go, and we're heading to New York City.